today we're going to be revisiting an older video to see what sold, what I made a profit on, and what I probably could have left on the shelf. Alright, well, we were going to go to Goodwill today, but change of plans. We have decided to venture out and try other things. We just, when there's people there that have been camped there all day at Goodwill, we kind of figured there's not a whole lot to be found on the shelves. So we are here. Where is here? Here is, it's definitely not a hemp outlet as it says on the side of the building. I think this is called The Junction. That's what I put into my GPS. And we are here. It says moving sale, 50% off everything. They're moving. So I'm gonna go ask permission to film. If you're seeing this video, I was granted permission. But we're gonna see what we can find that we can buy and flip for a profit. So here we go. As soon as we walked in the door, this little shop showed a whole lot of promise. Dagny actually noticed this vase first, but she passed on it. It was $34. It is Fenton. It's worth probably $65 to $75. That's me confirming that she doesn't want it, and she didn't. So I said, all right, well, if you're not going to take it, I will take it. So I have not tested it yet under black light, but it more than likely does glow, and it was just beautiful. So I ventured further into this little shop here, and you can see there is so much variety. Over here I noticed this wooden duck, which was very mid-century modern in style. You can see there is a mark on the bottom. I couldn't really read it, but I liked it stylistically, and I couldn't find a price on it, but that was okay. Everything was priced reasonably, so I wasn't too worried about it. I kind of zeroed in on this carnival glass vase in the back. And I was a little confused by the base color. It was $6. The base color was a little green and it was a little blue at the same time. So I found it interesting. But it was $6 and I wasn't sure if that piece was half off. I was just treating everything as if it was full price. This sailor reminded me of a Stife doll that I sold once. And he was only $5. I'm not sure if he's Stife, I'm not sure who makes him, but he's reminiscent of Captain Ahab. And I thought that he was interesting, so I decided to take him with me for $5 and figure him out a little bit later. This was pottery, and I liked the glazing on it. Unfortunately, you can see that there was some damage to the tail, but all of the stones were intact, and so I ended up buying this anyway, regardless of the damage to the tail. This decanter set, I noticed when we walked in, and I kind of walked by it, and eventually I circled back around. It was $25 for the entire set, and it had the original stopper. A lot of the times the stoppers get lost, and it had all the glasses, and so I couldn't leave it behind. I had to take it with me, and I felt like it would have had a decent resale value. And so it's very mid-century modern. It would blend well with mid-century modern decor. I was checking to see if it was half off, and it was excluded from the half off. So even at $25, that's a great deal. Now I've discovered the teacups, and you guys know that I usually avoid teacups. I usually leave teacups and teapots to Andrew. He's got an eye for them. However, I did look at the mark on the bottom, and I believe the crossed swords are Meissen, and so that mark intrigued me, and I thought, you know what, $8 on these teacups, I think that I could do $8, and I also believe that these were half off. I think they were. And so whether or not they were full price or half off, I felt like that was a good deal. I loved the bright gold on them, and I thought that they were just beautiful. So I ended up buying 3 sets of the teacups because they were all marked the same with the crossed swords. This one had a more floral pattern as opposed to the shells. And again, this one was also floral. This one was a different marking on the bottom, and so I left that one behind. But that one, definitely. I grabbed all the teacups. And hopefully I did all right. And just like that,
Magic of color.
we are at a new location. This is actually where they are moving to. This is where they are going to have their new location. It is called Awesome Stuff. Awesome Stuff. There you go. And we are in Jennersville. So let's head in and see what we can find. Here we go. Now in one of the other rooms, I found this basket with the crimped edge. It was a pink opalescent with hobnail for $26. You guys know I am a sucker for glass. I looked it over to see if there was any damage, and a lot of the times those little crimps will have damage and it tends to hide, but I did not see any damage on this. There were some planters on the shelf, some swan planters, and of course I went for the blue duck because he was just odd and I liked him. I liked the glaze, I loved the blue color and the contrast with the green. There were some other planters there, including a Hager planter, and even though the glaze was nice, I passed on the Hager. Now I always tell you that I make a couple passes, and this is my second pass through this room, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And of course I did. I missed these adorable little critters. Now Dagny was able to look these up and find out that they were some sort of snack vessels. I would have never guessed that, but they appear to be birds, which I really liked, and they were so fragile. They're very fragile glass, which surprises me. I wouldn't give them to my kids filled with snacks, but they are very interesting and they are cute and shaped like birds, and there were 2 of them. Dagny found this art glass bowl, and even though I loved the contrast of the white and the green, I ended up passing on that and picking this up. It was a very nice fine porcelain china. There was a mark on the bottom, but I think it was Wittenberg. I liked the contrast of the green with the gold, and so I ended up picking this up. I suspect it's a relish tray because it's shorter than a bread dish. Even though I sat it back down, I did end up picking it up and taking it with me. But I found this as well, and what I liked about it was the colors. It was a green and a dark brown. A lot of the times I find these and they're like a taupe color, so it was the colors that really attracted me to this piece, and I ended up grabbing both of these. Well, Dagny helped me because she was my extra set of hands. I thought that maybe this could be Schumann Bavaria because they have a lot of these reticulated edges, and so we moved these out of the way to turn it over and check, and it was marked made in China on the bottom. So that was a bust, but that was it for this shop, and I feel like we got some really great items, and I was pleased with everything that we bought. All right, well, our total spend here at this location was $68, and at the last location, I believe it was about $87. So we found some really great stuff. I'm excited with everything we got. The prices were great, perfect for resale or for someone who is just looking for a great deal. We will definitely be back. They will be fully moved into this location, she said, by April 1st. So this is where it's at. Right down the street from the most magical Goodwill in all the land. And that is where we are heading next. So I will see all of you tomorrow, probably at Goodwill. Later. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you spotted something you just can't live without, we do post 25 to 30 new items in our eBay shop every single day, and I've posted a link to that down in the description. If you enjoyed this video, we will be posting videos just like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I have included a link to the playlist down in the description.